Alright. There we got Gabby's Gabs. Oh man. I can't tug two-handed with the stupid phone in my hand. Get it. Yeah. Okay. So a couple things have been happening with Tank. Like sometimes it seems like he doesn't want to play, right? And yeah, I just get him into it, right? So I saw a great video with Larry Krohn yesterday. Now he was just talking about it, right? So see how we're tugging? I'm getting down low, so you're trying to go shoulder length, right? So he was talking about the three things that ruin your tug, right? Oh, good girl. One of them is it's funny. He called it masturbation, right? Here, drop it. Nope. Drop it. Drop it. All right. And so what he's talking about is you hold the tug with both hands like this, and you're going up and down. You want to go right, sideways, and try to be shoulder length. Sometimes they just keep getting lower, so you can't always. Okay. So you can't always go shoulder length. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, good girl. Right. So remember, like all play is prey drive, right? You're fulfilling their prey drive through tug. Oh my gosh, girl. Oh my gosh, girl. Right. So you're trying to come. See, can you tell like my hands like kind of right at her forehead? I try to go lower. Sometimes it's hard because of my knee, but you want to go as low as you can. You know, shoulder level. And sometimes they get low, and sometimes they stay high. It just depends on the dog. Oh. Let them win sometimes. All right, let's think about what was the other two. The other two was shoving it. Now, I might not be able to replicate this one because she's got it, right? Here, jump it. Good. So the other one is like, say you're tugging and then they just stop tugging, is sticking it in their face to get them to do it. You don't want to go, get it, right? You want them to come after it. Ready? Drop it. Nope. Okay. Right. So you want to move the toy away from them. And one of my knees is really bad right now, and the other one is just kind of hurt. So my movement is worse than normal. Oh my gosh. So anyways, you want to move it away from them to get them into it. It's prey drive, right? You're trying to initiate the prey. And ideally, if you can run, you have a toy and you run with it. Come on. Get them to chase you with it and then get it. At least little movements, right? What was the other one? Dang, now I can't remember the other one. Anyways, his video was three main problems with tug. One was, he called the masturbation thing where you're tugging up and down, right? The other one was trying to shove it into their face because they're trying to take a break. Here, come here. Did he talk about them running away with it? I know I do all the time. I try to say, like, if they got the toy and you want to build the value in the toy for them, you chase them, right? Give me that. You go towards them. Give me that. Yeah. You want them to bring it to you? Come on. Good girl. Now, she was really good at that to start with. Like, if I just backed up one step, she would, like, if she was over there and I backed up one step, she'd come. Sometimes you have to, like, really work it. And for some dogs, they're having so much fun with the toy that you got to use your long line to get them to come to you. So, right, so you use a long line and kind of force them to come. Now this is like when they're having way too much fun with the toy. You don't want, at least I feel like you don't want them to have fun with the toy so they can like it and get into it and want to possess it, right? That's one thing about chasing them, is it makes them want it more. So you build it. Give me that. Oh, give me that. Right? Dang, what was number one? I went backwards. I went 3, 2, 1. And now I can't remember what number one was. I wonder if I could pause this and see what the video was. think it'll turn off. Oh, you know what? It's on my other phone. Stupid. I can pause this and look on my other phone. Oh, good girl. Oh. So let's pause. Okay, so I looked it up. It was setting rules and boundaries. So that's the one I've been kind of on myself lately. Like with her, I did it from the start every single time. And then when I saw she wasn't so serious with her problems, right, I started doing whatever session, and then this session we're having rules. So let's say you're having issues with your dog. You want to set rules with it, right? So that's the hey, drop it. That's this one. Wait for eye contact. Okay, good girl, right? And you don't have to wait for eye contact. You can start with just the calmness. I think with her I started with just the stop, and then I worked up to the eye contact. Good girl, right? Right. And if you've got obedience, work it in there. Drop it. Good. Sit. Hand motion. Spatial pressure. Get your sit. That time when I said sit, it was a little too loud. I was trying to say it for the video. Good girl. Okay. Right. So the other thing I'm trying to be more consistent with is okay means we're gonna tug. Oh, good. Right. Right. Oh, drop it. Very nice. So she goes to get it on her own. It's or a no, right? And then I'm trying to do yes. Let her have it, right? And if she happens to bring the toy right back, well, we're gonna start tugging. If she wants to run with the toy for a little while or chew on it for a minute, I would say most people would tell you not to let them chew on it. It's gonna destroy the toy. It depends on what you care about, right? But setting rules and boundaries, right? So, and the one that I don't care about is because I've seen other people say it. Is say we're playing and she's jumping into me or jumping on me. I don't mind the on, but not into. That might be hard to describe because she's not going to do it. But she'll jump up and kind of put her feet here sometimes. I'm cool with that because what that is that's engagement. That's, hey, I want to play with you in this context. And they'll learn to not jump on you in other more calmer contexts. And whereas in play, it's okay to do it. Now, I have had a couple that they don't just jump on and touch you. They're like into you. Now, those dudes, I stepped into, boom. And then what they started doing is they started jumping here, and then they started just putting their paw on, right? So I would let that go because they're just touching me, right? They're not like trying to take my space, right? And kind of push me out of the way as if I was another dog, right? Now, one of them, I think, maybe both of them tried it. Once you start re-allowing stuff like that, you want to watch that they don't start pushing into you again, right? Because they will. They'll try to get away with it. They'll be like, okay, this is cool. Okay, now I'm going to bump them, right? So you got to be ready for when they bump you. And you got to bump them back. You're just setting, it's a boundary, right? You're okay to put your paws on me, nice and politely. You're not okay to push me over and bowl into me. And that comes with doing it, right? Usually a couple times of them trying to bowl into you and you stepping into them. Because if you stand there and let them bowl into you, now you might be big and strong enough to let them bowl into you and just hit you like a fence, but that tends to hurt you. So usually if you step just a touch forward, you're not trying to bowl into them either, but you got to brace yourself, right? Brace yourself, and then boom, they hit that brick wall, and then they start stopping a little bit sooner. Give me that, girl. Here. Right here. Drop it. Good. Ready? Right. So again, what did he say? Rules and boundaries. What was the second one? Rules and boundaries. It was rules and boundaries. The masturbation one, I remember that one just because it's funny. Don't tug up. You want to tug with the body. And don't push the toy into them. So now, the reason that sometimes I have with Tank, I've kind of pushed it into him to get him back into it, is because that's your instinct, right? But I also saw somebody, like when they're biting on your bite toys and they're just using their front teeth and you're tugging, that's not good for their front teeth, the canines, right? The big ones. So in that case, when they're trying to bite, you do want to push it so that way they get it, right? And then when they get it fully, then you tug with them, right? If they get it with only their front teeth, you want to have them release it and then get the whole thing, right? And usually for them to get it, if you pull it away, that helps. It just depends on the dog. So that's where I saw it, and I was like, okay, well, it's cool to throw it in their face, but that's only to fix, now that I'm thinking about it, it's only to fix the bite. To fix the bite, you push it into them. Or like when you're tugging, you can push it into them. But if they're like standing there going, I'm done for a second, that's when you do not want to push it into them, because that doesn't, it's like you sticking your hand in their face. Not real cool, right? Give me that shit, girl. Hey, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. See, this is how you get them to like it and maybe get them back into playing. Hey, come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, girl. You see how every time I move back, she starts coming? Come on. I can't get it though. So see, here she's playing keep away a little too much for me. So you can step on the leash. Yeah, there you go. If I had my other hand, I'd just grab it. Oh, good girl. And you don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about it with her so much. She's never going to want to stop tugging, but you want to stop before they want to stop. So let's say, like with Tank, he stops playing for a second. Get it, yeah. Ready, drop it? Good girl. I gotta get it in my skirt. Right. We're all done. All done with play. What was I trying to do? Oh, so sometimes he's stopped wanting to play and gotten distracted. Usually what I'll try to do is get him back excited. I'll be like, hey, come on. And I'll get him tugging for just a second, right? Get him tugging for a second, then out it. Say, yeah, good boy, and then put it away, right? Instead of putting it away when they're done with it. Because that means you're running the risk of them getting bored of the toy, right, if you play too long. What they say is, always leave them wanting more, right? Which with her, shoot, she tug all day, dude. Depends on the drive of the dog, right? All right, whatever. I need music.